sorry, but I must interrupt this show. You know what it is? Hey, ham solo. It's time, baby. Low. It's time how we do. Hey. They said we said we hit. They said we said we on. They said we said strong. They said we said go. We say that you heard right. 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 They said we said we in. They said we said we on. They said we said strong. They said we said go. We say that you heard right. We say that you heard right. We say that you heard right. We say that you man. I swear that it's imminent. I've been going so hard on my penmanship. About to go in and buy me a wheel. And I pull that shit fresh off the dealership. I can leave you on red like an Xbox. Got me laughing at you like you red fox. Got you chasing hot wheels like a matchbox. EA running the game and it don't stop. Super cold like I'm playing for Blizzard. Got you all in my sights like Red Dead Redemption. Never gonna slip on my pimpin'. Better get out my way, bitch. I'm on a mission. Really ain't no competition. I'm steady grilling opposition. I'm get up and ready to win. They can play it how they play, but fuck what you say. I'm getting this money today. Last of us like a dying breed. Down the ride like a noble steed. Fatality moves, I make it bleed. That's on any game, that's on any screen. Shut up and give me your money. They said we so lit. Even if I take an L, we coming back just to show that we don't quit. They said we hit. They said we on. They said we said strong. They said we said go.
All right. Welcome to the lowdown on TSWS Gaming. It's Christmas themed. Ham Solo's wall is red. I've got the most red that I could get on me today. Hamothy, Merry Christmas. How you doing?
Oh man, I'm okay. I've got horrible lighting, as you see, and a horrible microphone and an echoey room.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a different type of episode for me. I'm not home. I am currently in Monument, Colorado right now. So just decided to go live from here, y'all. Hope you guys at least going to appreciate that we decided to go live anyways, even though I'm out of town. Let's go ahead and do this damn thing.
Before we do, shout out to everyone that came in here. Metal X Games, Merry Christmas. Jarek, Jacob Novak, Mr. Joanna Dark, Yodani, Kazada, Bunty, Sensei, and Vincent Vegas spitting that truth says I'm looking fire. Thank you. Appreciate it. Mishi Miyagi, Ayo, I like that dribbler. Hey man, I try. This is where your super chats go, guys. To clothe me. That's where it's going.
No, they don't. Stop it.
Oh man. Ham. How was Christmas? What you been playing?
I haven't been playing really anything. Let's see, I played a little bit of Ark for a real little bit, but I got some new games. I picked up a few new games, but I've been mostly catching up on the RoboCop movies and now TV series, I guess, because they have one of those, and I just figured that out for myself. So I'm on episode
TV
1.
Series?
Yeah, I'm on episode 1 of the TV series now. I watched RoboCop 1, 2, and 3. I was gonna watch the whole TV series, and then I was gonna watch the new RoboCops that came out within the last 15 or so years.
Yeah, that's a lot of
that
RoboCop.
excited for the new one.
Oh, who's gonna be the actor in the new one?
I don't know yet. I haven't got there. I'm just watching them in date made order.
Right.
So I'm going from the oldest one to the most recent iterations of it, and I don't know what to expect for the new ones. I don't know if it's going to be good or if it's going to be bad. RoboCop 1, the movie, really good. RoboCop 2 had the best boss scene and the most interesting kind of antagonist. RoboCop 3 was kind of weird. It's pretty good, but it's kind of weird. And now the TV show. Tell me why the TV show, each episode is as long as a movie.
commercials.
I don't understand
I
that.
guess.
I
just
really
guessing.
don't understand that. I'm just like, it seems like they made like 20 movies. Because there's
Yeah.
there's like 20 episodes of season 1, and that's the only season.
And each one is 45 minutes long.
An hour. The first episode was an hour and 29 minutes. I'm not even done with it yet. I'm halfway through it. Such a long show.
Okay.
But anyways, yeah, that's what I've been doing. I'm probably gonna play some RoboCop tonight. I've just been kind of in a RoboCop kind of mood as of late.
Yeah,
I don't know why.
That's your vibe.
Shout out to I'm a blame Hard Days Mike though for it, because he bought me RoboCop as a Christmas gift.
And then it went downhill from there.
Yeah. It's like I've only played like maybe 2 or 3 hours of the new game, but just seeing that but just having the game and knowing that, hey, I've only watched and seen a little bit of this guy, but I've never really like took in the movies. And then the RoboCop 1 movie was so good. Was so good with Red Foreman from that 70s show as like the main antagonist. And then number 2 was really good. 3 was all right. TV show's kind of weird, but it's really interesting. It's just weird, and it's not as insane as the movies, because I feel like they dumbed it down for a studio audience to reach more people and not be as gruesome. But and then I'm a little nervous about the newer versions of it. Hopefully it's as nuts and whatnot. They let Murphy go nuts, hopefully. But yeah, the video game's pretty dope. But at the store today, I went to this game store here in Monument, Colorado. Don't even remember what the place is called, but it's where I actually got my 360 from, like 3 years ago when I was here, for like $7 or $10. Like, she just gave me it and said, I don't know if it works. And then we tried it, and it did work, and still working to this day. And she's like,
bought a 360 for $10.
What's that?
You bought a 360 for $10.
Yeah. Because she wasn't sure if it worked anymore. She wasn't sure if it worked anymore because it was like the old style, the one that got the red ring of death for the most part. So she wasn't sure, and they don't sell those versions of the 360 anymore. So she's just like, just take it, $10, I guess. And I gave her $10, and it's still working to this day. So that was 3 years ago. But I just came back to that game store today and picked up the OG original Xbox version of RoboCop. So you see the theme continues. I also got Enter the Matrix because I already own Path and Neo original Xbox. So I'm really excited for that. And I also got, and you're going to be a little disappointed in this possibly, but I also got Spy Hunter 3 with The Rock.
That's a dub. Anything with The Rock on it, it's a dub.
Okay, and then for
anything.
For N64, I got Mario Tennis because I thought that'd be fun to play, and also be able to play with my daughter. And then I got 2 original PlayStation games. One is Road Rash Jailbreak, the one with the sidecar on it, right? And then I also got, and then I also got a game that I don't think a lot of people have heard of before, but I'd love it if somebody in the chat said that they've heard of this game, because everybody I talk to, they've never heard of it. But it's called Speed Punks. It is
never heard of it.
A kart racer game by the from the original PlayStation. It's pretty dope, but I had to pick that up. And that concludes all the games that I purchased. I could have purchased way more. I wanted to purchase way more, but I had to stop and get the hell out of there. Actually,
that's the problem.
After about an hour of being there, I purposely ordered a pizza from the place next door just so I'd have an excuse to have to leave and go give the food to the family.
Right.
Because I was like, I need a reason to leave, or else I'm going to stay here for another like 2 hours.
And keep finding gems to buy. This is why the backlog never ends. This is why it's undefeated. Welcome in Rachie, Lady Foxfire, Ice Cold, Stanley Francois, Talos Ray, Genesis PT, boa tarde, boa noite, Feliz Natal. Darren Hauser, welcome in also. And Bunty, of course. Why so serious? Merry Christmas. Why so serious? Welcome in. Ham, you did a whole lot of buying games. You didn't do much of playing, and you have a Steam Deck with you.
No, I guess I have been playing on my Steam Deck. I've been playing a lot of Vampire Survivors on there, and and I played Ark on my Steam Deck. I actually got it to run through the Steam Deck version of it. On the Windows version, it's not so great because my Windows runs off of an SD card on my Steam Deck. So I think it helped that I was actually playing Ark on the actual Steam Deck OS itself, and for whatever reason, it keep in mind, didn't work great. But if you're just needing to hop in and manage a couple things, get a couple things done, totally capable of doing that. It's just, don't expect a smooth experience that you would get, or I should say a semi-smooth experience, because you never really get a true smooth experience with Ark. So I'd say a fairly close to a smooth experience like you'd get on PC or PlayStation or Xbox.
Yeah. But let's make a deal, Ham. Moving into 2024, right? When we're talking about what games have you been playing, you don't bring up Ark because you're always playing Ark.
What's wrong with you?
And I'll never bring up Football Manager because no matter what's happening around the world, those two games will always play.
How about this?
What?
How about this? If you're gonna say I can't bring up Ark anymore, you can't bring up Metal Gear.
Settle your ass. All right? We don't have to go talking about blasphemy.
If you can't agree to those terms, then we do not have a deal.
You know what, Ham? Screw the deal.
I'm trying to shorten up the topics for today. There's no reason to talk about it.
No freaking deal. Hell no. We are bringing up Metal Gear Solid every single episode. This guy.
Okay, well, Ark Survival Evolved is great. I'm happy the port was better of Ark than the fucking Metal Gear trash or whatever. Anyways, what are we getting on to? We're talking about something
Christmas.
now. I'm trying to drink my milk.
So I'm feeling
water.
I'm feeling charitable right now. It's Christmas. I'll let you slander Metal Gear. Ham, did you see this real quick? I think you saw it, but check what Jacob said on the screen. It's interesting. I saw it. I was like, what in the blue hell is this?
So don't hate me, because I'm gonna make you have to read it. Because you guys, I'm running today's episode off of the
your camera's off.
My camera shut off. Oh,
camera's now off. Oh no. Now you guys have to get my pretty mug. All right. Don't leave. Where you guys go? Where you going? Jeez.
All right. So let me try
the bad
without fucking everything up.
Lord.
I'm running today's episode.
Still there? All right. Well, Ham.
Can you not hear me?
Jacob, yes, I did see that tweet specifically. I have this account blocked.
All right, cool.
But someone screenshotted it and shared it anyway, and I saw it. It made me uncomfortable. If I'm being for real, it made me uncomfortable. I'm not shocked that's what that specific individual decided to share during the holidays, right?
Look.
Not surprised, but yeah, when I saw it, I was like, oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense. That's what I would expect.
Can you hear me right now?
I can hear you now. I'm sorry. Can hear you.
Okay. So I was saying before I screwed everything up, I'm running today's episode off of my Steam Deck right now. So yeah, you'll have to for comments and stuff like that. I pretty much only had the ability to get here. As for reading the little dialogue down there, I'm trying to look at it and
Hell
read,
no.
and it is tough.
It is
It is
difficult.
tough.
All right. I'll read it.
Maybe
I'll
I,
read
oh,
it.
I can zoom it in. Okay. Oh, now we're good to go. I can read everything now. So yeah. So do you need
All
me to
right.
read this still?
No. I'll read it. Jacob's asking if you saw the Red Dragon tweeted a picture of his wife's hands
Oh, that was
with
tragic. Yeah.
rings on them,
Yeah. What
doing
is
the
he doing?
finger to Xbox tweets. Well, from the form on the hands is too big, aka it's his hands. So there's
Oh,
a lot of
I see.
angles here.
Yeah, oh man, y'all doing some stuff over there. I don't know.
Y'all are
I don't know.
messed up. Y'all
Because
are
if you look
messed
at the
up.
thumbs in that picture, it looks like two different hands. Because I mean, it doesn't look like
It
there could be
does. It does look
two.
like two different hands.
So I mean, I'm I don't know, man. Y'all doing some
Damn.
stuff over
Jacob.
there for the holidays.
Whew. Jacob, that's messed up. Me personally, I
Keep
think
it.
it
You
was
should keep your wife out
someone
of this
else's.
though. Don't be mad when somebody
Yeah,
drags your wife if
yeah.
you don't do that though.
And again, Ham, this is the type of stuff that really pisses me off because these are the examples that are used by people that don't really like the gaming community. They bookmark this stuff and then say that that person specifically represents all of us.
Right.
So now, when you come out and say something critical, when I come out and say something critical, it's not a passionate gamer saying something critical. It's one of these weirdos that brings his wife into the console gaming war. That's essentially what people do. They use this as ammo. That's what really pissed me off about it. Not because I actually care that he brought his wife into it.
No. It's 100% creepy. Stop bringing your family in. Like if you're gonna be messy, sure, whatever. But I mean, unless they're willing to have an account on their own and come out and do stuff on their own, like don't be mad when people start doing some digging and start exposing stuff you don't want to see about your family on the internet.
There you go. If you bring them into it, just be ready for all the other salt. Darren, that's messed up. Darren Hauser says, one device you can't stream from other than your Steam Deck.
Uh,
Answer PS Portal. So if you had a PS
oh,
Portal
I was
right now,
waiting for
Ham,
somebody to say that.
I'd be doing this
Okay,
show by myself, essentially.
I mean, don't make me turn on PlayStation Cloud Gaming while we're doing this. All right, don't
Oh
make
my
me have to
lord.
do the old trifecta
Uh,
over here and start making some people
don't be
upset
doing
that
that, Ham.
something that they spend their hard-earned money on can't do it.
All right.
Play
All
the
right.
games
Well,
I'm
before
playing.
this
You know
gets
what I'm
messy,
saying?
be- before this gets messy. Oh, sorry. You were talking about RoboCop that you're watching. I watched Rebel Moon and I quite
Ooh, how
enjoyed
was
it.
it?
I quite enjoyed it. Very, very, very good movie. I was shocked with the reactions on Twitter. It's a lot of people talking about it's woke and they don't like the female protagonist. A lot of it to me starts to smell of just sexism, dude. As soon as a movie has a female protagonist, people just I don't think people even watched it. I think they just saw female protagonist and they slapped it as woke. They didn't even give it like the time of day. And then
I can see that
when you
happening.
get into something, when you get into something in bad faith, I know I've done it a couple of times. When before you even start up the game or start the movie, you're already internally not enjoying yourself. I think a lot of
Right.
people started Rebel Moon like that, and then it's hard to then change like your feeling towards whatever it is that you're consuming if you already start off on the negative part. So for me personally, I enjoyed the crap out of Rebel Moon. I watched it twice. Love it. I love it.
Yep, I do. I do
Uh,
that all the time with Final Fantasy games, right? I already don't like it, and I'm trying to like it, and so the first bad thing
yes.
that happens in the game, I shut it off. I'm just like,
Fuck it.
not that
Dude,
the game's bad. It's
speaking
just
of
that
bad things,
I already have a bad taste in my mouth, you know.
speaking of bad things, I started up Spider-Man 2. Like,
Why?
I had it
Why you gotta
installed.
call that
Like I
bad?
told
What we
you,
doing?
that game is bad. That game is so
Stop.
bad. I'm
But it
saying,
won PlayStation's
dude,
Game of the Year.
and and What else came out from PlayStation this year? It had to win. It had to win. No, Spider-Man is terrible. Dude, I couldn't get through just the recap. You know the recap where they're telling you like what happened previously.
You didn't even play the game?
I swear, Ham. I was listening to what's his name, Miles Morales' voice, and it's like nails on a chalkboard. And then Peter Parker is talking about greatest woman in the world, about MJ, and that she is essentially the real hero and not Peter Parker. And I'm just like, I'm not here for this, like at all. I threw up in my mouth. I just didn't throw up all over the place because I was on my desk. I'd still have to wipe it off if I threw up all over the place. So I had to throw up and keep it in there, right? Walk to the bathroom and then spit it out. And then I uninstalled that bad boy and I went straight to God of War and the goodness that is God of War. I'm enjoying God of War. Also, I finished the Order 1886. It breaks my heart every time I play that game, and then I realize we're never getting another one. Football Manager, obviously, but yeah, man, Spider-Man 2, not even worth finishing. Like finishing the campaign. It's not worth it.
I feel like you're being extremely over slanderous because I thought Spider-Man 2 was a fun game. I just don't have any reason to go back to it. That's all I got to say about it.
Like I'm not trying to invalidate your opinion on it, bro. I'm just saying my opinion.
I just think that you're being vicious, and I'm trying to invalidate your opinion. That's what I'm trying
to do.
It's cool. Man is go ahead, bro. Slandering Spider-Man for no good reason. This man is
if I wasn't game sharing with Wise, and you know how hard it is to get a refund, right? If I wasn't game sharing with Wise, I would go through the hassle. I would go through the hassle of buying extra credit on my phone and staying on the line with Sony to get my money back for Spider-Man 2. Hell no. Not worth it. I want my money back. I want my 5 minutes back.
So are you no, I'm not gonna go there. Never mind. Never.
No, it's Christmas. Ain't nobody here, bro. It's just me and you. Go ahead, let's go there.
It is not just me. All right, this man. All right, so
what?
So which one would you rather play right now? If you had both of them, or maybe you do have both of them available. Final Fantasy 16 or Spider-Man 2?
Dude. Why would you? Okay, do I have to play with audio? Or can I play like a podcast?
You have to be completely immersed.
Was that Rain laughing in the background when she figured out that you had me in a chokehold?
There's three kids running around. I'm lucky to have enough peace and quiet. Answer the damn question.
I'd rather play Spider-Man. Play Spider-Man.
All right.
Hell no. Ham, you're wrong for that, dude. Seriously, you're wrong for putting me in that position. Whatever. All right, let's get into it. Grand Theft Auto League reveals the single-player DLC you never got to play. Ham? Before we get into this topic specifically, I did check. Kind of Funny doesn't have any coverage of this leak specifically. So, any thoughts on whether they're never going to cover leaks ever again in the future?
Oh man, whatever. Man, you know their whole thing right now is we're all off on vacation, we doing our things and whatnot, and
damage controlling.
To us is to me, for somebody like Kind of Funny to not cover this it's not a surprise to me, especially after the grandstand that they just did. I'm sure that the last thing that they wanted to do, even though I think IGN would have no problem doing it. The last thing I think that they want
journalism. Ham, you know what? Thank you for reminding me. I want you right here live. I want you to acknowledge that IGN is one of the few remaining objective journalism websites when it comes to gaming.
I hope a few people that leave and never come back are strictly because of that statement just made.
What are you talking about, dude?
Because I
Everyone
already
else
know a
was
few
going
people that
left.
leave because
IGN were
of you
the only ones that were
cutting.
like, no, we
You
are
are
going to cover
capping all
this.
over the place right now. It's making me sick. It's making me
I'm
sick.
capping. I'm capping him.
Capping.
When all the
Extra large, 51.50
games
cap.
journalists, dude, all the games journalists, right, were talking about we can't talk about this human element and all this other crap. IGN were the only ones that were like, yo, we're here for the
They were
news.
not the only
We're bringing
one.
you the damn
The
news.
The one person I seen out there putting on the pressure. Shout out to Tom Warren from The Verge. That man was putting the pressure on people about the leaks and stuff like that. You want to talk about some real journalism? To me, that was about as real as it gets. I was like, yo, he questioning other reporters about why they standing. Why you standing so funny? Why this don't add up right? Right? Was he not? Was he not doing that?
Tom Warren was focusing on the people that weren't reporting on the news. That is fine. That is good journalism. What I'm saying is
phenomenal.
There was a piece of news and people didn't want to report on the specific piece of news, and IGN did.
Yeah, no. I'll give them their props for that.
Thank you.
That was the best
IGN
part of IGN from 2023 from me. In my opinion, the way IGN handled that was the best thing that they've done this year.
Thank you.
Because
IGN for the win, ladies and gentlemen.
For all the and I'll go ahead and lay it out there for you, Lo, because I know I've been on your case about it. But like that was a moment where I was like, all right, IGN, let's see where you are in the sand. Let's see where you want people to still think of you. And although I don't love, IGN a whole lot still, even after what they did, I still don't. But I can say I respect that last little bump at the end of the year. I can respect that. That was like, all right, we're not that crazy. We're crazy, but we ain't that crazy.
Yes, there's still some objectivity left and professionalism left at IGN. All right, for anyone that's trying to check. Yes, Genesis PT. I also saw this. Tom Warren put out a tweet like right at the beginning when the whole thing was very fresh, when he was also like questioning how to report this thing. I think he was still like thinking, and then after it's like, yo, now I know where I'm going, and he went all the way left, and people are like blocking him on Reddit, calling him all sorts of names, and this dude is relentless, replying to everyone. I hope he has a Merry Christmas. That's what I will say. All right. So now that we've established that IGN is a reputable gaming journalism website, let's move on to the topics for today. Specifically, we have GTA 5 leak reveals the single-player DLC you never got to play. This is from Kotaku.com. Hey, Kotaku, not messing around either. Kotaku and IGN are making a real comeback.
Kotaku's always, though, they're just messy. Kotaku's just messy. And that's why I was like, I don't like Kotaku that much, but I also I'm willing to look at what they have to say, because it's usually like it's bullshit, like the way that they kind of do things. But I mean,
sometimes they stick the politics way down our throats when it's just about video games. But
right, and see, that's what I mean. Like it's just like really hit and miss with Kotaku.
Yeah. John Wolf says the sun shines on a dog's ass every now and then. Speaking about IGN, it's cool, bro.
That's a fact.
It's cool. It's cool. I get it. All right, let's get into it. On Christmas Day, a big GTA 5 leak revealed that Rockstar Games had some single-player DLC planned for the open-world crime sim. Though none of them were released, that was uncovered by online sleuths in what was uncovered by online sleuths is interesting all the same. So according to an insider gaming report, Rockstar apparently scrapped 8 planned GTA 5 expansions. This was revealed by the publishing of the game's full source code around Christmas, which contains references to the unreleased DLC as well as the scripting for the game to run. Here's the full list of canceled expansions referenced in the leak. So single player assassination pack, single player manhunt pack, single player Norman pack, Agent Trevor, relationship pack, enterprise pack, prologue DLC, Liberty 5 DLC. It's difficult to ascertain exactly what each one means, though there's plenty to speculate about. Most notably, GTA 5 DLC might have let us play as Trevor as he performs a duty of some sort of agent, as some sort of agent.
Right.
The relationship pack might have introduced dating or even marriage to Los Santos. Perhaps Rockstar planned to take a trip back to GTA 4's Liberty City for who knows what shenanigans. There's also the prologue,
Yeah,
which
remember that dating thing?
probably yeah. It sets up the main game's events and the Manhunt pack, which could be a callback to Rockstar's 2003 stealth action game. Your guess is as good as mine. Ham, what are your thoughts on all these DLC packs that
Um,
we missed out on?
say thanks to GTA Online.
Pretty
All
much.
I got to say about that one, bruh, is they figured out a way to make a ton of money without having to do near as much work. And they were just like, you know what? Let's let it cook for a little while longer. And then they had another idea come out, and they're like, oh, this sounds like a good idea. Then they dropped like a sale on some shark cards, so they put that bitch back on like Game Pass or something like that. And they're like, oh, wait, let it cook again, let it cook again. so over and
Let
over,
it
like
cook some more.
as soon as they think of something, I feel like not only did they say, oh, screw it, let's just put more money into the online, the casino thing, the underground bunker stuff and whatnot. I feel like they were just like, you know what? If we do decide to implement anything new, let's possibly just make it for the new game, GTA 6 possibly. Because I feel like some of this stuff, some of these options we'll probably be seeing in the newer GTA 6. So then it feels more like a here's all this new stuff instead of a little bit of a repeat from the last one or a DLC being brought over into a main or something like that. So I think it's a very high possibility that we'll see some of this stuff that was supposed to be DLC implemented into the regular workings of GTA 6, even if it's not the same characters, something different.
But I disagree, Ham. Okay, so first
You
off,
don't think there's going to be
I
some
just
sort of
want to
dating
say
thing? Yo, if I could put my girl on top of that car and get to slamming them yams, then I ain't mad. You know, that's a whole date right
all
there.
right,
That's a whole date.
all right, but let's go back to the whole monetization model. First, I just want to say to everyone that has engaged in GTA Online and is also bitching about no DLC, you get what you fucking deserve. All right? You all deserve, all of you, every single one of you. Right? So the second part of this is this, Sam. This was a missed opportunity by Rockstar, in my opinion. Because if you're making $500 million, right? As it says here, generated nearly $500 million per year since launch. You're just monetizing, right? The people that live in GTA Online. What about the people like you and me who forked out the full $60 for the one game? literally, what could have happened was every single one of these could have been an annual DLC that they released, even if it was for $30, Ham. They were going to sell each one of these for $30 to everyone that was already doing the GTA Online life, right? Where they don't play anything else but GTA Online. And they would also sell it to me and you.
Oh, I would have.
So you'd be making money. Yeah, we'd all eat it up. So for me, that's why I'm saying this is a big missed opportunity by Rockstar, especially if they don't plan to do what you are saying right now. It would be awesome if these are just moved over to GTA 6.
It would suck. It would suck if you heard about none of this type of because as the article says itself, we don't really know the specifics for everything that was announced to not come. But
yes,
like you can kind of make up your own thought process as to what it meant. And if you don't see it with the next one, it's like, are they gonna DLC us with this now?
Yeah.
You gotta think of it that way too. Like, yo, maybe this might be instead of a DLC for GTA 5, they turned it into a DLC to GTA 6. It could be because we already heard about what old boy wishes he could do with the price of the game. So I don't know. Maybe we get GTA 6, and then these kind of DLCs are turning it into that $150, $200 game right at the just not very long after launch or something like that. We end up getting piecemealed out for some of this GTA game.
Yeah. But past performance tells me they're just gonna give us the main campaign to train everyone and be like, this is how this specific GTA works, and then expect everyone to just jump over to GTA Online like what COD does every year. I'd be shocked if any of these DLCs made it to 6, unless they made the DLCs like part and parcel of the actual campaign. That is also feasible. Ham, did you hear about this one? I saw this on Twitter, but I never actually added it to any of the subjects. It's been going on for a couple of weeks now, ever since the launch of the trailer. What are your thoughts on the Florida Joker dude saying that he's going to sue Rockstar because they essentially used a model that looks just like him?
Man, I don't really know what I should say about that because I'm sure they use just enough to not get in trouble, right? Would you agree with that?
Probably.
Right. The Rockstar knows how to be slippery. They know how to be slippery. So, in my opinion, I almost feel like maybe he's kind of going about this whole thing all wrong.
What would be the right way? Ham, the lawyer, is coming in.
Not lose money trying to spend your way into getting a case to happen, and actually just coming out there and I don't know, having some sort of wild signing for when the game comes out and just being like, hey, that's me, that's in that game, let me sign your copy or something like that. Like try to make money off of it, man. Try like take what you can out of that and try to monetize your way into some sort of fame off of it or something like that. I'm famous enough
Don't try
to
and
be
make
the
their life
dumbass
hard
in this game. Give me money. You want me to sign this? Give me money.
Yeah. Also, Lindsay Lohan, with all of her resources, tried and failed. Good luck. That's what I'm gonna say to that.
So if Lindsay Lohan is suing and she can't get through, what exactly makes you a dude that can barely talk in front of his phone cam? Ooh. And you threaten? Nah. He's
that's messed up, bro.
He's having a hard time.
I can't believe you just said that, Ham. He can barely talk in front of his phone. Damn. All right. Well, RIP to Florida Joker. Moving on. Bobby Kotick's goodbye letter calls Xbox the most admired company, the world's most admired company. So before we even start with that, before we even start with the
Oh
article,
shit.
true or false? Xbox is not Microsoft, right? Not Micro Xbox is the world's most admired company. True or false?
Admired personally, or are you talking about where you want me to branch out and think of others when I say this?
Bro, neither one of us has read the actual article. Let's just go off the headline. Okay, I'll go
I
first.
admire,
This is Cap.
as of right now,
This is Cap.
as of right now, you already know what it is. I admire them the most out of the big three. As
Oh
of
my
where we
goodness.
stand right now, I admire them the most out of the big three.
Over Nintendo.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't play that much Nintendo. What am I going to do? Admire a whole bunch but never play their games? Like, that doesn't make no sense.
Ham. You can be a Celtics fan and still admire the Lakers. It's cool. You don't
That's
have to
fine.
be a New England fan to be able to appreciate the dominance that Brady had during those 20 years.
Well, there are some things I don't appreciate about Nintendo. So, with that being said, I agree with Bobby on this one. Even though if we're talking about
Man,
if we're talking about
no wonder you
other
love
people's
RoboCop.
feelings, I don't know.
No wonder you love RoboCop. No wonder you love RoboCop.
Whatever.
Farting all over the place. Anyway, we knew we we, we knew that Activision Blizzard's long-time CEO Bobby Kotick would be stepping down at the end of this year, following Microsoft's historic acquisition of his company. But we didn't know that he'd officially leave on the last workday of 2023, technically 2 days before the end of the year. This tidbit was one of several from a letter he posted today. Kotick has been mired in controversy for many of the 32 years he's been at ActiBliz helm, penned a goodbye letter to employees on Wednesday, December 20th, and officially announced his last day will be December 29th, the final workday of 2023. He's not a weekend warrior. Oh my God. Titled Bobby Kotick with Gratitude. The letter is addressed to extraordinary people and begins with Kotick's history as a capital G gamer. Come on, this guy's not a gamer. Look at Bobby Kotick's not a gamer. Come on, guys.
He
What are we
looks like he
even talking
used to
about?
be, and then he wore suits way
Nope.
too long.
I don't see it. I don't see
Okay.
it. Over the years, my passion for video games has often been attributed to Pitfall, River Raid, and Kaboom. I love those Atari 2600 games, but the game that first captured my imagination was Mystery House, developed by Roberta and Ken Williams. I played it on a borrowed Apple II night after night while in college at the University of Michigan.
Yeah, I
Mystery
knew it.
House
I knew
was
he
a
was a
text.
PC nerd. I knew it.
Oh, yeah.
That makes sense.
Mystery House. Mystery House was a text adventure with some primitive sprite-based graphics. Fittingly, we now own Mystery House and the company that published it, Sierra Online. Oh, okay. The world in which the game was played was largely left to the player's imagination. I envisioned rich, vast worlds with all the sorts of interactive animated life that would enable players to fulfill their varied aspirations, all in a simulated universe that offered unlimited possibilities for challenge, connection, and fun. Let's continue the letter here. Phil Spencer has appreciated the magic of ABK for decades. When he approached Brian, the chief administrative officer, and me 2 years ago and proposed acquiring the company, it was immediately obvious that the combination of our businesses would enable us to continue to lead as the list of capable, well-resourced competitors grows. Phil
Oh shit.
shares our values and recognizes our talents. He's passionate about our games and the people who make them. He has bold ambition. As we move into our next exciting chapter, you could not be in better hands.
You said you got the
As for
promise.
It's unclear how Microsoft will handle ActiBlizz's recent return to office mandate for remote QA testers who are calling the stance a soft layoff. As for Kotick's departure, I'll quote my late grandfather, Pascual Sestaro, you don't gotta go home, but you gotta go. All right, Ham.
What's that?
Thoughts on Bobby Kotick's letter saying goodbye?
Okay. I mean, bye. That's my thoughts. What else do you want me to say? Here's
first off,
here's a
no
celebratory sugar cookie with your face on it. Like, what you want me to do?
Do as I'm about to do right now. First off, he ain't no gamer, right? First off. Second, all this rubbish about Phil shares our values as we move into our next bro, there's no we. You are leaving.
No,
you are out. Stop pretending like this is a team thing. All right. And also, what's this?
Stocks.
Listen, exactly. Listen to this. When Phil Spencer approached us 2 years ago and proposed acquiring the company, it was immediately obvious the combination of our businesses would enable us to continue to lead as the list of capable, well-resourced competitors grows. Cut the cap. Bobby Kotick saw the bag. He saw the ultimate bag, not just the bag, the ultimate bag. This guy's been taking the bag ever since Call of Duty started popping diamonds every single year in terms of like people buying COD games and microtransaction, whatever. This guy's been taking the bag, firing a whole bunch of people, increasing it like every single year he would make more and more and more and more money, as if he's the one making the goddamn games. COD at this point makes itself. Look at the rubbish that was COD 3, and look at how it sold. Right, I could code COD the 2024. Ham, me and you could make COD 2024, and it would sell.
I'm not co-signing that. I'm not co-signing that.
It's an analogy, bro. It's an analogy. Come on. Point is, there's nothing special about making COD after like 2015 or 2012 or whatever. It was on autopilot, and this guy's just been raking in the cheese. When Phil Spencer approached him, he was like, I'm gonna get the biggest freaking rake I've ever gotten, and I still won't be able to like organize all the money I'm gonna get from Microsoft. That's what he saw.
I agree with Dan.
That's my take from this. What did he say? He
said Bobby might not be a gamer.
Bobby might not be a gamer.
The controller better than Jimmy.
God damn it! Why do we have to bring PlayStation into this? Why?
I mean,
that's not necessary.
Just because it's another person that left over there. I mean, we're talking about somebody, leaving from one spot. There's multiple people that are leaving as of recently that are big names, and those two are probably the biggest two names that are leaving. Or has said they were
leaving. Ham, what are your thoughts on the idea of Bobby Kotick landing at PlayStation?
I've heard that. Like K Mega actually brought that up.
What?
Well, K Mega brought it up when we were just kind of talking about like who would like lead PlayStation going forward and K Mega's crazy ass brought that name up, and I was just like, hell no. like I don't think PlayStation needs to like enter another scandalous type of relationship, especially seeing that they're already, dealing with court stuff as we are right now. So nah, not a chance. They're gonna get somebody fresh over at PlayStation, in my opinion.
With all of these rumors of PlayStation like starting to partition off games where like the full Spider-Man game is going to get sold in 3 parts. Can you imagine that type of model? And then you throw in Bobby Kotick in there. Hey, it could be a shit show. It could be a shit show. Anyways, let's keep it moving. Tencent, our dear friends in China, Tencent and NetEase lose 80 billion in value as China plans to limit game spending. So this seems like a dub to me. It sounds like a good thing, but okay, let's get into it. Under draft rules published by China's National Press and Publication Administrations, Reuters reports that online game operators will be prohibited from rewarding players for logging in every day, or if they spend on a game for the first time or consecutively. They will also be required to limit how much players can deposit in their in-game digital wallets. The new rules could still be modified and won't come into effect before next year, but their publication has spooked shareholders in China's two leading games companies. Shares in Tencent, which is the world's biggest games company, fell as much as 16% at one point, and those in NetEase dropped by as much as 25%. The removal of these incentives is likely to reduce daily active users and in-app revenue, and could eventually force publishers to fundamentally overhaul their game design and monetization strategies, said Morningstar analyst Ivan Su. In 2021, China imposed strict gaming playtime limits for minors and temporarily suspended approvals of new games due to addiction concerns. Approvals of new games resumed last year, and the new rules published on Friday include one which would require regulators to process approvals within 60 days. Amity, thoughts?
Man, people are really trying to say video games are addictive. like they're going really far out of their ways to say things are addictive to the point where an entire country is like, yo, we're gonna slow this down.
All the way down.
Because yeah. They put a filter on the faucet. They really did. They said you're gonna have to go through these before you come out the tap. And I just don't know, like, I don't know if I agree with that. I actually don't think I do at all, because that's kind of to me, I feel like that is it. Like I don't like government in gaming, and this is exactly that.
Then who is going to stop these companies from predating on people that don't have much self-control, which is the majority of people? If you look at what's happening with mobile gaming around the planet,
I don't think that's the problem of the game publisher or developer. I don't think that's their problem at all. That's like that to me. That's like saying, yeah, you can grocery shop, but as soon as you get that one basket filled, you done. And you're like, I got a family of 5 or 6. We need more. And they're like, no, come back tomorrow. Or come back next week. To me, it's just like that. That's just not suitable for everybody. And I think it's kind of lame, to be honest. Because if you're not able to regulate yourself, so you need the government to regulate things for you, that's a problem in itself. I don't have the same problem as my next door neighbor. So I don't need regulations coming down because my next door neighbor can't control himself.
So now you can't game because he can't control himself.
Yeah, I can't buy this and that or a third. Or maybe I'm coming in late to the game and I'm just loving it and I just want it all. Why can't I do that? You know what I'm saying?
I'm with you.
Yeah, I'm not feeling it.
Like I'm with you until a certain point, because there's a level of predation that is taking over gaming. Remember that video I sent you?
Us not to go to Vegas. Got no problem watching Michael Jordan lose a few million, do we?
You know what?
But if we do it, it's crazy. If us as gamers do it, it's crazy. Nah, I'm not buying it.
You know what? Man, that is a very good. That's a solid point. It's a solid point. I for me, I'm looking at it like the ends might just justify the means, because I'm tired of seeing it. I'm tired of seeing these companies do what they're doing to people. There's too many people that if you don't even have to do like a deep dive, just minimum research on Google, hundreds, thousands of stories of people whose life savings just got swiped clean by their kid or by themselves, by mistake, or by the fact that they couldn't stop or whatever. And these games are specifically built to mess with your psyche and force you to engage in that manner. It's almost like the TikTok thing. Did you know there's two types of TikToks? Did you know that? There's the TikTok that the Chinese let Americans and Europeans use. Then there's the TikTok that they use. The TikTok that they let the world use is the one that's full of all the useless stuff that we all see. These dances, these paints, these challenges, useless stuff, right? Stuff that has nothing that edifies the user. The TikTok in China has all sorts of interesting stuff, like how to take care of your house, how to pack up, little tricks about how to clean like dirty spots without going to buy whatever product at the store. Just mix a little bit of wine, mix a little bit of vinegar, and you can do. Yeah, but in China, there's nothing about twerking, for example. Yeah, there's nothing about the ceiling channel. There's nothing about the ceiling challenge in China, right? So for me, when I look at this, I'm like, this is a government that is actively sure. We can disagree on the fact that they're limiting people's playtime. It's like, bro, I'm playing Metal Gear. If you tell me I can only play, probably won't finish it for like a month or something, when I could finish it, knock it out in 2 weeks or 1 week, right? I get that. But I'm just saying there's a little bit of nuance to be taken in here for the cases where the companies are overstepping and they have psychologists working with them who know how to mess with the human mind to the point where you and me, sure, we can resist it, but your average person that randomly grabs their phone once in a while and wants to play a game is not even aware of the grift that's in front of them. Does that make any sense at all?
I guess it does, but that I still don't. I still can't agree that just because somebody is naive, the government needs to teach me a lesson.
Yeah. All right. We'll have to agree to disagree, because I agree with you, like philosophically, like at the core of it, I agree with you, especially what Poison Maniac says here. Self-discipline is a crazy concept. But dude, once you grasp self-discipline, pay attention, Poison Maniac. Be honest, pay attention to the people around you. How many of them are conscious of every single decision that they make? How many people are actually in control of what they're doing? How many people pay attention to what am I drinking? What am I eating? What am I watching? Most people are not conscious of what they're doing. Most people, we are conscious about very specific things, but like the 80%, a lot of people are on autopilot. Regulators are the same people that blame video games for a person being violent. Most regulators aren't gamers, therefore they won't understand anyway. Okay. Fair enough.
And I agree with that too, because like it's just because that's the kind of road that you're asking for. Once you start once you start letting them regulate what is appropriate in this manner, then you're opening the door for them to regulate any other manners as well.
Mm.
So it's just like, all right, so now they're telling you that you're spending too much. They also told you a while back in China that you're playing too much.
Yep.
As well. And then they're going to limit times for that. You know, what's next? Oh man, there's just too many bullets in that clip in that gun in that game. Or maybe I don't know. Like like something's just too violent. Like we already have like certain ratings that don't bode over well for certain companies overseas and stuff like that. I feel like this is kind of diving even further into that situation.
All right.
It can
All
get
right.
terrifying really fast, is what I'm trying to say altogether.
Yeah. People should be able to hold themselves accountable. Yeah. Yeah. Fair enough. Fair enough. Rolling Stone just said Ski Yee by Sexy Red is rap song of the year. I think this is a psyop to mess with parts of the population. Rap's been dead for years, in my opinion.
I don't even know who they said.
Yeah.
I don't know who that person
For me,
is.
rap's been dead forever, dude. Like for a very long time. You don't understand what they're saying. And then when you go on Spotify and you try and check the lyrics, it's just useless rubbish. Anyway,
Like an old
man
now.
shouts at clouds. Yeah. Old man shouts at clouds. I get it. Let's move on. Let's move on to the next one before mofos start blocking me and everything. Hold up. Where is the GTA 6? Here we go. So the GTA 6 hacker is sentenced to indefinite imprisonment in secure hospital. The hacker, primarily responsible for leaking dozens of clips of an in development GTA 6, has been sentenced to an indefinite imprisonment in a secure hospital. According to the BBC, hacker Arian Cortage is a member of international hacking group Lapsus, which has previously carried out numerous attacks on major companies like Nvidia, Microsoft, Samsung, and Uber. Kotick was apparently out on bail for the Nvidia attack and in police protection at a travel lodge when the attack was carried out in September last year. Okay. Dude was in police custody, right? Already had a slap on the wrist, like, dude, behave. While he's serving whatever it is that he was serving, right? He does the attack and does the hack. Though his laptop has been confiscated at the time, Kotick was nonetheless able to hack into Rockstar's internal system using an Amazon Fire Stick, his hotel TV, and a cell phone. Not long after he posted clips and game source, oh my god, he couldn't help himself. In my opinion, he couldn't help himself.
Ubisoft is now being sued for making Watch Dogs.
What is that? Is that like actual news?
No, it's a joke because it's a hacking game.
Okay. Yeah, sure. So, what are your thoughts on Kotick getting this? Essentially, almost it could be a lifetime ban.
I don't really have a whole lot of thoughts on it. I just think it's silly. I mean, put yourself in a dumb situation and make dumb moves. Not that surprised about it. It's unfortunate, but at the same time, it's just like, whatever. What am I going to do about that or say about that? It's just, man, that was stupid.
Yeah, I wish the dude all the best, but come on, man. You've already been caught for doing something. you're in custody, you're at a hotel, they've taken your laptop, and it's like, don't do this.
Man,
And
that
you go
rush that
and
he
do it
gets from
again.
hacking, it must be something.
It's like,
To feel the need to do it on
yeah,
an Amazon Fire Stick. Like, first of all, do you
bro.
understand how slow those things are? They're not
Yeah,
fast. So
yeah.
this man was fighting for his life through
With
them,
hotel internet. With
through
hotel internet.
hotel internet, through firewalls, and all. Man, this man, he's a goddamn menace. So like,
I couldn't
I'm not
co-host
surprised
the
he's in jail
lowdown
for
with
a hot
hotel
minute.
internet. Ham? I couldn't
What?
co-host a podcast. I couldn't co-host a podcast because of bad hotel internet. This dude
This
is
man
hacking
extracting
Rockstar.
files. This man's extracting files and showing you gameplay. This man is a goddamn danger to society.
Oh my goodness,
I
he's a
wonder who's gonna
menace.
draft him. I wonder who's gonna draft him.
Someone's gonna get. You know what? That's
Because
the
I tell
smart
you what,
move.
they put him in their lifetime until they can figure out something good to do with it.
Yeah,
That's
or
what they
how to
meant.
control him, how
Yeah,
to
they're like,
manage
how
him.
are we gonna use it? How are we gonna throw him out
Yeah,
in the NSA
the
or
CIA is
put
probably like,
him?
okay, we can use this talent, but we need to make sure that it doesn't fall out of our hands. Exactly.
Yeah,
NSA says Johnny. Yeah, that's what they're trying to
man.
figure out right
Somebody
now. This
give
guy's
this man. Somebody give the NSA a towel because them people are excited to see him. They can't wait.
yeah,
Let me
yeah.
holler.
This
Let me
guy, it
holler.
sounds
Let me
like he
holler.
can do something. Just give me
I
five
like the way you
minutes with this
move.
guy in a box. Give me 5 minutes. All right, let's move on. Since we're talking about military stuff and NSA and CIA, might as well move on to this. It's apropos, in my opinion. Sensitive military documents appear on War Thunder forums again. Ham, do you know about the War Thunder lore? Are you aware of it?
Not very. No.
So War Thunder is it's not even a game that I play, right? Um, but I watched this YouTuber called Upper Echelon, and this dude for the last 4 or 5 years has been reporting on military documents leaking, specifically in the War Thunder forums.
Oh
This has
shit.
happened, Ham, not once, but several times. The one that I can remember, like the most recent one, it was a retired officer. So this is someone that was in the military. It's not someone that hacked in. Someone who was actually in the military, had access to confidential information, was gaming, was having an argument with someone about a specific tank, and to win that argument on the
This man
internet,
doxed
so
himself for winning an argument. That's some shit.
with confidential information, those files with the stamp on it, is like, bro, eyes only. This dude
I can
scanned
only
it and sent
imagine.
it.
I can only imagine the person that was arguing with him being like, "Who really won?" Right?
That's true. That's true. That's
I
true.
can only imagine that person just being like, "Yo, like you might
Ultimately, the
have
dub is
proved
mine.
something, but I got your ass."
Pretty much. Pretty much. Let's get into the latest one. But I just wanted to give you some background information. Have
That's disgusting.
consistently, people keep on leaking stuff on the War Thunder forums. Sensitive military documents have once again appeared on the forums of World War II massively multiplayer online game War Thunder. As reported by Task and Purpose, documents related to the M2A2 Bradley Armored Infantry Fighting Vehicle were posted on the forums, and while not legally classified, still contain in-depth details the military considers sensitive. The post shared 2 pages of the technical manual for M2A2 Bradley, which included intricate details on the hatch, turret assembly, and the spall liner assembly. I don't know what that is. The the documents are not intended to be passed beyond the U.S. Department of Defense and its contractors. It's unclear why these documents, which were removed after a few minutes, were uploaded to the forums, but they appeared first on Reddit and Discord, according to developer Gaijin Entertainment's founder, Anton Udinstev. This isn't the first time sensitive military documents have appeared on the War Thunder forums, with genuinely classified information having been shared several times in the past. As I said, one user uploaded an image of the DTC-10 125 tungsten penetrator alongside a technical document detailing its specifications in June 2022 after growing frustrated at the ammunition used in War Thunder not being accurate enough. The leak followed others on the War Thunder forum. Ham. You're pissed off that the game is not realistic with a specific weapon. What do you do? Instead of, just complaining like we do, like normal people do, you go and you give the devs the original specs and be like, yeah, use this.
Yeah.
Again.
Yeah, I can only imagine Dev being like, come on, man, what you doing?
And the worst part is that they don't send it directly to the devs and keep quiet. They send it to everyone. And it's like, this is how this specific turret is supposed to fire. It's like, bro, what are you doing? Yo, Danny, that's
playing yourself on a whole new level.
Yo, Danny says, just glad Kind of Funny won't report on these tank leaks because it is hacked information. Oh my goodness. All right.
I mean,
Ham, will Kind of Funny ever live this down? You think people will let this go eventually?
I think they could, from the sense of as long as Greg Miller ain't really there. Does that make sense?
You think Greg's the issue?
Oh yeah. 100%. Because anybody else that talks about the leaks under Kind of Funny's name and whatnot, they can be like, that ain't me. I ain't Greg. I didn't say that.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? So, and
your daddy says no. Final answer.
I think some people will just fall in the line with that, which it is what it is.
Paris has some work when he comes back from vacation. That's all I'm gonna say about that. All right, moving on. Yep. Metal Gear Solid Master Collection Volume 1 on PC gets a big 1.4 patch, hits consoles in January. Ham, why do you sound exasperated? What's the problem?
Because I know that. Because I already know it doesn't mean anything. You're just talking about this because Metal Gear Solid just so happened to be. You're just scrolling, and you're just like, oh, it says Metal Gear Solid. I'm going to put it in today's show. It's not going to help anybody. Nobody cares about it. But, hey, let's throw it in there. Let's talk about it.
What are you talking about, dude? This is the game of 2023.
I want one person in the chat. I want one person that's just watching and say, man, I can't wait for the next Metal Gear Solid piece of news that Loke has to give us.
Thank you, Vincent. Thank you. Pure, unfiltered Kojima hate. Ham, you need to settle your ass down. All right? Get comfortable.
I don't feel like you're doing anything but talking to yourself.
Yo, Donnie, come on, dude. Come on. Konami has released patch 1.4 for the PC version of Metal Gear Solid Master Collection Volume 1, which won't arrive on PS4 and PS5, Series X and S, and Nintendo Switch until January 2024. Revealed on Konami's website, the patch notes are fairly extensive, adding the likes of new settings and addressing a number of bugs. The biggest change to the original Metal Gear Solid, which is available in the collection alongside the classic Metal Gear 1 and 2, plus Metal Gear Solid 2 and 3 is the addition of new screen settings. Players can turn smoothing on or off, for example, or adjust the screen size to standard pixel perfect or 16 by 9. Metal Gear Solid 2 Sons of Liberty and Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater also received long requested audio settings, which were notably missing from the original release, alongside several other features that had fans upset. The full patch notes can be read below. So I'm not going to read all the patch notes, otherwise Ham might just leave and go off. Like, dude, get your hand off your face. Focus. Focus, bro. I need you to pay attention right now. Stop being like that.
I need something to pay attention to.
Oh my goodness. Anyways.
Yodani Quezada is just giving out 5 memberships as we lose people from Luke talking about Metal Gear. Thanks. At least Yodani's out here trying to help. I mean, while Luke is avidly trying to kill us at the same time, it's great. It's pretty cool.
Yodani Quezada, thank you so much for gifting 5 tiers to US Gaming.
I love what he said right there.
It says 5 more members to throw tomatoes at Luke 7. Guys,
thank you.
It's Metal Gear. It's Metal Gear. That's all I'm going to say. It's Metal Gear. What you want me to do?
Throwing some knives at
Ice Cold says keep it moving. Okay, bro. Okay. Blink twice if you need help, Ham. Blink twice. that's like 4, 5. What is going on? That's a lot of blinking. That's a lot of blinking, bro. All right. Fine. Let me
get you
out of your misery. Unfortunately, it's not available right now, but Bethesda's Ghostwire Tokyo was actually free to claim on the Epic Game Store on the 25th for Christmas.
That's pretty cool. That was a good deal. I didn't get to get that, but that's cool. Yeah, I'm not at my actual PC. I'm on my Steam Deck right now, so I didn't cop that. I don't have Epic Games on my Steam Deck downloaded, so this is what it is. I missed out.
For me specifically, I don't have Epic Games, but every time I see stuff like this, it makes me feel like maybe I need to invest more in the Epic Games store.
Epic Games gives free games away all the time. I got the BioShock trilogy off of there, and I got a bunch of stuff from Epic for free.
And I checked their sale. Their sale is insane. They have a sale going on right now. It's crazy. The amount of like great games going for like $5, $6. It's wild. Okay. Vincent says you can just install it in the desktop mode. Poison Maniac, yes, the store is still alive. It's wild, but it's still alive. I feel the same way. So yeah, that was just a quick reminder that the Epic Game Store is still a thing. And now for the highlight.
Shout out to Vincent Vega for telling me that, but I just wanted to tell Vincent that I'm extremely lazy. I'm sure I can do that. I'm not gonna. I'm
no interest.
Yeah, because see, I'm on the show with you on my Steam Deck through the Windows thing, so it would take me, not even kidding, 2 minutes to get the Epic Game Store. But you know what I'm gonna do instead? I'm gonna drink this water.
Right. While we're doing that, PlayStation isn't deleting Discovery shows after all. In a major change of course, PlayStation will no longer delete Discovery content from PlayStation users' library. The gaming giant had previously announced plans to remove Discovery-related content earlier this month. At the time, Sony said, due to our content licensing arrangements with content providers, you will no longer be able to watch any of your previously purchased Discovery content, and the content will be removed from your video library. it was a shocking moment that dealt a blow to those who prefer to purchase the entertainment digitally instead of physically. Discovery's offerings include the likes of Through the Wormhole and Morgan Freeman, with Mythbusters, Tanked, and much more. If Discovery content was being removed, what else was in danger? However, in an update on its website, PlayStation revealed that things have changed. At this time, there is no longer any plans to remove purchase Discovery content. So here's the quote. Due to updated licensing arrangements, the Discovery content removal planned for December 31st, 2023 is no longer occurring. We appreciate your ongoing support and feedback. Every time I read, we appreciate your ongoing support. I just hear Jim Brian.
You know what it is.
That's all I hear every time I read.
Exactly what it is. Oh my goodness. Where are we at? Oh my goodness.
I want to thank all of you.
I have to play it now.
For your unwavering support for PlayStation. I want to thank all of you for your unwavering support for PlayStation.
I just had to do that. Anyways. So it's not happening anymore. Ham, is your faith restored in digital purchases in PlayStation or in general?
No, absolutely not. No, it's never safe. But at the same time, it's good to see that this kind of got rolled back. In my opinion, they're not rolling it back for the reason that they said. I feel like they were getting enough heat from some people that they were just like, "Yo, we gotta rethink this decision. This isn't the best look upon us, especially seeing that they're supposed to be somewhat of a place to gain your content and be able to keep it and move on to the next generation, right? It's trying to be more and more like that. And then on top of them having all these remakes and stuff like that are happening, it would seem that they're trying to save more than they're trying to just let be thrown away. So why in that time period would you then allow an app where people were able to purchase stuff to keep and then let it just kind of just not be good enough anymore? Like, it's just gone. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
I think they had to run that back.
For me, I look at it through a much darker lens. I look at it like everything is finite. Everything will end. Everything that you have bought on Steam will evaporate eventually. Everything we've bought on the Microsoft Store, PlayStation Store, it will at some point become inaccessible, and that'll just be it. And when I saw this thing show up, I was kind of pissed, but a part of me was like, okay, this is now the official start date for the countdown to when, physical becomes the only way forward again, because I think that's an eventuality.
Hey, Loke, I'll be right back in like 3 to 5 minutes. I have to go move my car real quick for the family.
All right. Take your time. Poison Maniac. If buying isn't owning, piracy isn't theft. I saw this. I think it was it's Alex that reposted or shared it out. It's interesting. It's an interesting take, but again, it goes back to like the way I view everything as being finite. As much as these companies might try and tell us that, oh no, when you buy this specific digital game, this is forever. Really, it's not. As soon as you guys servers fail, as soon as you shut up shop, that's going to be it. I'm not going to have the eternal access to Asura's Wrath on PlayStation, for example. That's not going to happen. The day that PlayStation shuts up shop which it will happen, whether I'm alive or not. It will happen. Everything with a beginning has an end, right? So for me, I was kind of miffed about the whole thing, but I was also thinking, dude, everything ends eventually. Digital is the way forward right now, but there's a very good chance it's not going to be forever, right? So, and the beginning signs of that is stuff like the whole discovery thing. People are going to lose faith, and then we're going to throw more money into physical, and that'll be that. Sony better run it back, considering all the backlash they received from it. Yeah, and the thing is, it wasn't even just Sony. A lot of people were discussing it, and even I saw it that way. I didn't see it as a Sony thing. I saw it as an industry thing. I see it as an industry thing. Digital is awesome, but the foundations, the pillars that keep it running can easily get undercut. And then when that happens, what's your options? Essentially, me personally, this is it. This is all I will be able to play when that day comes. If it comes, it's just these physical. Everything else is digital. My PS5 will be a paperweight, and my Series X will just play this, and that'll be that. So yeah. Yes, game copy world. If I have the license, I'll have the crack. Again, this is the type of stuff, right, that makes you think maybe PC gaming is the way forward. It's the type of stuff that makes you look at it, because PC gaming, especially if you want to go through GOG, and I'm saying this from my personal experience with GOG and the fact that I have terrible internet in Mozambique. In terms of long-term gaming and securing your purchases, your money, right? PC gaming is the way forward because it's yours. So it's just the fact. You don't have to like it, but it's the truth. And with that, we have reached the end of this week's lowdown on TSWS Gaming, or Christmas themed lowdown. We're going to be doing our New Year's episode on the 29th. That's 2 days from now. Friday bullshitting is definitely happening. What's this? Emulated games can live forever. True. Not only can they live, technically all games can live forever, but emulated games you have access to forever, right? Darren Hauser, digital is the way forward. It's a fine line between owning something digital, though. It is dated and you don't know if it'll be taken away or not. Again, that's why I said, in terms of securing your purchase, PC and buying off platforms like GOG, that's how you can guarantee that when you buy Gotham Knights on GOG, this is yours forever. It's never going to get taken away from you because of how GOG works. But if you're buying something on Xbox, if you're buying something on PlayStation, if you're buying something on Nintendo, it's not the physical game, then you're running the risk. You're running the risk that you won't have access to any of these games anymore. Hamothy, we have Drawn TJ coming here, not late, but definitely on time. Hi, my little pony. Thank you for the super chat, Drawn TJ. Appreciate it.
Please let you have it.
Hi, my little pony. Texan Loke. Sony is dying. Xbox is growing. TTS. What does TTS mean?
Talk that shit. Shit.
All right.
He's talking that shit.
TTS.
Let's go.
It's cool. Hamothy, before we go,
what's up?
Before
we're at the end,
we're already at the end. Vince says GOG server can get down. Yes, GOG server can go down, but the install file that GOG gives you when you buy a game makes it so even if their server disappears and evaporates into whatever universe, that file that they gave you, you just press install on your PC with your just press install and it'll install and you can play it.
Why they call it DRM free. You don't need to you don't need to talk to GOG again after you get it.
It means nothing. It means there's no barrier, there's no middleman between you and the game that you purchased. It's literally yours. The GOG file is this, bro. It is this. So yeah, Hamothy. Before we get out of here, me and the chat we're having a chat about like permanent purchases and the possibility of us losing our purchases, right? We were talking about the whole PlayStation discovery thing, and I was talking about the inevitability of eventually Xbox will shut down. It might take 50 years, might take 100, but it will shut down. Same thing for PlayStation, same thing for Nintendo. You don't think Xbox will ever shut down?
Well, it's not that. It's just like who's gonna get that? Who's gonna get that final consolidation? That's kind of where it comes to me. Is it gonna be? Is it gonna be like? You know, to me, at one point, and who says if this is in my lifetime, my daughter's lifetime, or my daughter's child's lifetime, or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like consolidation will get to a point where this is where you do that with almost everything. So this is where you go to buy houses. This is where you get groceries. This is, and they're already kind of doing that with groceries merging with like clothing stores and TV stores and electronics and stuff like that. Like it's starting to become less and less of a reason to have a whole ass Best Buy when you can just do Walmart, right? The difference between Walmart and Target is what now? Quality. That's really the difference. Right? So what happens when there happens to be no difference in between the two of them? Right? Walmart now has caught up to the Target quality or whatever your favorite mall stores quality. Now they just have all the vendors at Target now instead of at malls. You remember your Spencer's Gifts? Yeah, that's at Target now. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh yeah, you remember a Victoria's Secret? Yeah, you'll find that at Target.
Toys R Us, they used to have their own big ass like mall.
Yeah.
Now
Toys R Us is supposedly trying to make some sort of comeback. But if they did, it'd have to be like the size of GameStop.
Yeah.
In my opinion, if they did do a comeback, they can't go back into these massive stores all over again. Especially with the power of Amazon.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Slow. Like the power of an Amazon or Etsy, even though you may love or not love them, they still take a lot of real estate. Wish, all those things, they suck. Yeah. But the problem is people can't stop using them. So that trickles down to what you'll end up having to look out for or whatnot. And if you want some quality, make it yourself.
So when you're saying that, what you're trying to say is that when eventually, like, I'm not even predicting who's going to fold first. All right, this is not no console war thing, right?
Right now. There is none.
Yeah, we're talking about just philosophies.
Person that comes out of nowhere and just sweeps, right?
Exactly. So I'm just trying to get like a proper feel for your idea here. You were saying that if Xbox folds first, what's probably going to happen is instead of people losing the thousands of games that they bought on Xbox, like for example, Nintendo would buy the rights or keys or whatever for all the accounts on Xbox,
right?
And then the people that own all these games on Xbox would be like, now I have to purchase a Nintendo Switch or a Nintendo whatever, and then I would still have access to all my older Xbox games. Is that your point of view on that one?
Yeah, kind of. Exactly, pretty much, because the reason I say that is because, like, look at PC gaming, right? Doesn't matter what brand computer you got anymore. It's all on the Steam.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's all on Steam, or your library's on GOG, or whatever Epic stores.
Mine is
whatnot.
mostly on GOG.
But the thing is, is it just won't matter what hardware that you're using, and we're getting closer and closer to that as becoming a reality, specifically right now. Xbox is really taking the forefront of trying to do that. Steam is doing that as well, as you see with like the Steam Deck, right? And they actually had they actually had something that you could hook up to your TV prior as well, that they kind of gave up on. But I could see that even coming back, or just being done in some sort of way where it's seemingly the same thing. Maybe it's just a dongle this time instead of a whole ass setup or whatnot. Maybe it's only cloud. Maybe it's just GeForce Now type of stuff.
That would be wild.
But I mean, I just think that that's probably a more inevitable thing to happen, to where it's just like, all right. It's just like what you're seeing with Activision Blizzard with Xbox, right? They get put into there, and sure, you can play it on these other things or whatnot, but Xbox in particularly aren't saying, hey, the only place you can play it is this console. They're saying you can play it on this console, you can play it on this PC, this Steam Deck, that ROG Ally, that thing over there, that refrigerator. Go ahead and give it a try. See if it works.
Your Tesla.
You know what I'm saying?
You put it in your Tesla.
You really can. People were playing Starfield. Real shit.
Oh my Lord. All right. Before we get out of here, Ham, usually I do like my last point on bullshitting, but this week, because we're doing a special Christmas episode, I would like to do something different on the lowdown. Instead of plugging our stuff, I would like for you to first give us your wholesome or non-wholesome message for the holiday, for the holiday season. Yeah. Do you want me to go first, or do you want to go first? I don't have a preference.
Well, my internet kind of dropped out, so I didn't understand what we were doing.
Okay, I was saying, okay, so I'll just go first. My idea is usually on Friday on bullshitting, right? I usually do my last point. But today is the day after Christmas. I'd like to do something special in terms of how we sign off. Like,
let's do it.
All these guys are out here. All these people are out here posting stuff about console warring on Christmas Day. I would like us to do something completely different. I want to do the Greg Miller thing. Anyways. All right, so here goes. It's the day after Christmas. I personally just want to say thank you to everyone. I'm filled with gratitude for the platform that I have on YouTube. I want to thank Ham for dealing with my shenanigans on a weekly basis, daily basis, because we have like 2-3 episodes a week now. I want to thank everyone that comes in the chat when I do my gaming log live. I want to thank Vincent specifically for giving me the courage to start re-editing videos. And yeah, I'm just very grateful and just happy to be able to have a blessed and healthy life that I'm enjoying. So yeah, I'm just very, very extremely grateful. Also very grateful for Drawn TJ's super chats. This guy is just
massaging you.
Steph Curry with 3-pointers. That's Drawn TJ. My special message to Logan the ponies: don't do drugs, play Xbox, and don't buy a PS5 paperweight.
Oh my
Where am I gonna This guy, dude, it's Christmas, bro. It's Christmas. This man is console warring on Christmas. Oh my goodness. Ham, go ahead, bro. Take us out.
No, yeah, absolutely. So, so I wanted to absolutely thank everybody, not only the people that are here right now, but some of the supporters that are out with their families and doing stuff differently than they'd usually be doing, on a Tuesday. So, shout out to you guys in the chat. You guys just sitting back and watching this wherever you happen to be watching it, and those of you that aren't here with us at this very moment, I really appreciate all the help and encouragement and just being here for the sake of being here. I really appreciate all that stuff. We almost got 100 subscribers over what we were planned on getting by the end of this year.
Yes.
So that is a big deal. We're somewhere in like 1,060 or 1,070, somewhere in between that aspect right there. And I was hoping to just eclipse 1,000 before the end of the year. And shout out to the Iron Lords podcast for their help out with that. Same with Boom, Mr. Boomstick XL for having me on the show and doing that. Of course, K Mega. I actually got off the phone with him just a little bit before we did our show, and he told me that he was just going to sleep for the night, even though it was noon. But anyways, yeah, that man stays up in games way too long with me every other night, damn near. So me and K Mega are always on the comms talking. Shout out to Matt and Cozy for being an integral piece to our puzzles that we have every Friday. Some of them are pretty nuts, and I'm happy that they're more than willing to come back and continue to give us everything that they got and, help us get through those podcasts on Friday. Either we have a lot of stuff to talk about or not. So shout out to them. And I hope that this next year we produce even more stuff for you guys to want to come back and check out as the years or as time progresses. I really hope that, I see these super chats coming in from John TJ and, and all these other people throughout the year. And I'm really hoping that we can finally get that money together so me and Lope can, meet up, go to one of these actual events together or whatnot. That would be phenomenal. If Lope can't make it for whatever reason, I'm gonna try to at least go to one of these damn events this year. I don't care what happens. I'm gonna make it happen. So this upcoming PAX, I'm gonna try to get to it regardless. But I'm definitely
check what Yodani just said, bro.
Money for Loke to try to get out. But anyways, let me read what Yodani Kuzada had to say. Let me see what this fool is saying right here. So he says, how do we know Loke is going to use the funds to come here and not use them for super chats and get oh Lord Almighty? I don't know. You know what? I'm actually the one that's in control of the money when it comes to the TSWS gaming YouTube channel. So I will tell you, if I see any of that money missing, and I just so happen to get an email, because you get emailed when you super chat other people. If I see one of them go to "Oh no, it's Alex," and I know it ain't me, because I know it ain't me. Shout out to "Oh no, it's Alex," the dope dude, but I ain't super chatting in there. If that pops up, me and Logan have some words for real. Let's get up out of here.
Oh my goodness. Daddy, thank you so much. Vincent, I can't keep me away from getting them pepperonis. Guys, again, thank you guys so much. Please continue to come and hang out with us. We really, really appreciate you guys from the bottom of our hearts.
It's crazy.
Tuesdays,
of this year, we had a hard time keeping 10 people around here, and we had this whole episode above 30. So dude, we're doing something right.
We're averaging around 30. That's wild. It's cool. The whole thing is about to die. Merry Christmas to everyone. Tuesdays we do the lowdown. Wednesdays Ham Solo is on Matt Likes Games channel doing the 2-player podcast. Thursdays, Ham Solo does behind them sticks. Who was on last week, Ham? I forgot her name. J, right?
Janesse Gray was on last weekend, and she is actually a developer from all over the place. She's done all sorts of different stuff and whatnot, but she laid down a lot of interesting things that people need to know about when it comes to community management and stuff like that. So if you're really interested in seeing the insides and how some of the business thinks about trolls and stuff like that, that's a really good episode to go back and watch, because she's been through quite a bit of that kind of stuff.
Yeah. So Fridays, it's bullshitting as usual. Saturdays, we take a little break, and then Sundays, I do my gaming log. Sometimes I edit videos, sometimes I do it live. It's a lottery. And then on Mondays, it's the crossover. Ham Solo and K Mega do a show on K Mega's channel and then on TSWS. It's a weekly thing. We hop channels every week. 1 week it's on TSWS, 1 week it's on the crossover. And then again, it's the lowdown every Tuesday with me and Ham Solo. So Merry Christmas, everyone. Look forward to bullshitting this Friday. Y'all have a good one. Peace.